Every year, over 100,000 dogs are abandoned in the UK.
She came into us as a stray, so we don't know much about her background.
Rescue centres struggle to find homes for them all.
He needs a job to do, he needs something to keep that mind occupied.
Inspired by well-established schemes in America that rehome rescue dogs with owners in need, we've set up a 3-month training programme supported by Dogs Trust and Battersea.
The scheme in the States is really game-changing for us.
6 exceptional rescue dogs will be matched with 6 people with challenging conditions.
I'm getting a dog.
Like Tourette's.
Let's get fish and chips.
I'm gonna go.
And narcolepsy.
Ready? Go ahead.
2 specialist rescue dog trainers
Hello, mate. Hello, Baldy. Hello, mate.
will help them train their new canine companions to assist them in miraculous ways.
Good boy.
From daily necessities to life-changing tasks.
If the dog can also find the medication, it's going to really change Em's life.
Over 3 months,
This is Parker.
we'll share the highs and the lows.
It's really, really hard.
Have you changed your mind? Do you not want a dog anymore?
As owner and dog bond, live and train together.
Yes.
Can you make sure she doesn't bite me?
Six dogs are about to be liberated from rescue centres all over Britain. They'll be taking part in an incredible training programme inspired by schemes in America that could change their lives and those of 6 people with disabilities forever.
There's a big misconception that adult rescue dogs can't be trained, and that's absolutely not the case.
Dogs from Battersea Dogs and Cats Home and Dogs Trust will be adopted by people with challenging conditions who have just 3 months to train them to help in their daily lives. Mentored by 2 of the country's top trainers, Jo Rosie Haffenden
Take it.
and Nando Brown.
Cheers, mate. Good boy.
We've got to set these dogs up where they've got all the foundations that the owner can carry on training them and turn them into the perfect helper dog.
There are no guarantees. It's going to take hard work, commitment and a little bit of luck.
Jo's been a dog trainer for 12 years and has built her career on giving rescue dogs a second chance.
Lie down.
Archie, her registered pit bull terrier, is proof rescue dogs can overcome the traumas of their past to be just as skilled as dogs trained from birth.
I met Archie about 6 years ago when I rescued him. Someone had chopped his ears off when he was in a bit of a horrendous state. I've learnt more about training dogs from Archie than any book I've ever read, any course I've ever gone on, any degree I've ever taken.
Jo and Nando are assessing hundreds of rescue dogs up and down the country. They're looking for a rare mix of attributes needed for this unique scheme.
She's too nervous for us.
Cute, and I reckon she's going to make someone a lovely pet.
Do you want to see what she's like with a wheelchair?
They have to be quite emotionally robust, but also have a good work ethic.
Yeah, easy to motivate, nice and confident, something we would call bomb-proof.
Yeah, she's not worried.
And the rescue dog's background can make them great candidates for training.
Dogs in rescue have lost the main figure that's been in their life before. And this can cause hyper-attachment, a need for the dog to bond to a new person too strongly. We can use that to our benefit. These dogs can really thrive in this role.
This quick and cost-effective project could give people a more accessible route to getting the specific help they need.
Traditionally, it takes about 2 years to train an assistance dog. We're doing it in a way that is clever. We're selecting the dog based on one particular individual and then only training them to do the task that they really, really need.
The first person to join the project is 26-year-old former nurse Emily from London. She's hoping a helper dog could transform her life.
I'm completely not in control. It's a horrible feeling.
In 2015, her world fell apart when she was given an initial diagnosis of the neurological disorder narcolepsy, a condition that disrupts sleep, coupled with symptoms of cataplexy.
When I have a strong emotion, it triggers muscle paralysis. It's really, really distressing. It typically lasts anything from a couple of seconds up to 2 minutes. I am fully conscious. I can hear everything. I just can't move. And I feel so vulnerable. It happens so much, it's kind of taken away my independence. I don't like going out by myself.
Emily's cataplexy collapses can happen up to 30 times a day for up to 2 minutes at a time, and her narcolepsy leaves her tired. Despite taking 6 different kinds of medication to manage her condition, daily life can be overwhelming.
I can't believe how inactive I am, how little I actually do. When I think back to what I used to have, it's really, really hard.
I just ask you, is the bike behind you, is that yours?
That is a symbol of how everything changed.
Boyfriend Miller is used to the triggers and often steps in to avoid Emily getting hurt.
Whenever we'd first meet on a date, she would collapse because she fancied me. It's not often that a girl literally swoons when you turn up, and so that used to happen quite a lot.
Oops.
Emily needs a dog that will help her get up in the morning, give reminders to take her medication, but most importantly, help protect her in the street when she collapses, giving her back her independence. The waiting list for accredited assistance dogs is often years long, so this scheme could offer Emily a more immediate solution.
The idea of finding a rescue dog that could rescue me is just it's a really, really amazing feeling.
To find a dog for Emily, trainers Joe Rosie and Nando are working with Battersea and Dogs Trust.
Yes, good boy.
After 2 weeks of searching, Joe Rosie may have found a dog with potential at the Dogs Trust Centre in Basildon.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so this is Poppy.
Poppy.
She's been astray. She's a bit underweight.
Poppy, a 3-year-old boxer cross, was found roaming the streets of Ireland. She was malnourished and exhausted. But after a short time in the rescue centre, she's already gained weight. Poppy shows signs of high intelligence. By having to fend for herself, she's become a problem solver, a great asset for a working dog. And for a stray, she's surprisingly social.
She's just not frightened of contact at all. She's very tactile, very tactile. So she loves being close to you, so she wants to touch you all the time, which is a real breed trait of these sorts of dogs. You see how much she leans in close? Poppy could be the dog for Em. My concerns are that she is so smart, she's going to need a lot of mental stimulation and a lot of things to keep her busy, otherwise she might start to get frustrated.
Emily and Miller arrive at the Dogs Trust to finally meet Poppy, who could be about to change Emily's life forever.
Am I going to make it then? It's in my right leg.
That's if she can make it through the front door.
Do you want to slow down? Are we okay?
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
Inspired by schemes brought over from the States, specialist trainers Joe Rosie and Nando are working with Dogs Trust and Battersea to find 6 rescue dogs. And in 3 months, hope to be able to train them to be disability helper dogs.
We've got to train these dogs that have come straight out of kennels to become dogs that are going to really help their owners.
And the search is underway for a dog for Emily, who has narcolepsy and cataplexy.
Get out the way of my cooking!
Right, you.
Also hoping that a rescue dog can change his life is 29-year-old Alan from Northumberland.
I'll open this for you. I'm going to trust you.
You trust me with the red hot mince, but not the bloody tin opener?
Nah.
Alan has Tourette's, a neurological condition that can cause unpredictable physical tics and verbal outbursts, including swearing. He desperately wants a dog that can support him during his tic attacks, which can happen hundreds of times a day and have been so severe he's been hospitalised.
One tic, which is really bad, Christ, that, it just blows up in your head. Don't cry for me, Argentina. If I said Argentina, would I get sued like Jeremy Clarkson? People are always staring at you and looking at you as if you're some sort of drug addict. I've had cars stop in the middle of the street just to point and laugh. Ha. I learned to hide it at a very young age, and in school I'd sit and tick in the toilet just because I was scared of letting anybody see. I can hold off for a short period of time, but eventually you feel like you're going to rip your face off if you can't do it. You just have to do it.
After being made redundant from his job as a fighter jet engineer, his Tourette's became much worse and his marriage broke down. To make a clean break, he moved away from friends and family to live alone in the Scottish borders.
At the moment I am very lonely. I've tried talking my friends into moving in with me. I really hate coming home just by myself. I hate coming home to an empty house. The medication really takes it out of you. Jesus. Makes you tired, kills your motivation, makes you gain weight. My life is sort of stagnant.
Emotional support dogs for Tourette's are rare, so this could be Alan's only chance to have a dog to help him. Alan will need a dog able to recognise and comfort his severe physical tics, keep him calm and help him step back into society.
I'm hoping that by bringing a dog into the situation, that can help bringing me down when my tics are bad. And if I can start getting my motivation back, I'll be better presented, better self-confidence, just overall, generally a happier person. Woo! All in one. Jesus.
Joe and Nando have spent 8 weeks searching and seen over 100 dogs, but are still to find one confident enough to cope with Alan's unpredictable physical behaviour.
So he's not even taking any of the food or anything. That for me is too nervous.
He's way too nervous.
Yeah.
Alan's behaviour can be quite erratic, and that can be scary to a lot of dogs.
So the task ahead is really difficult.
You're a bit worried, aren't you? This is a no for me.
No, I agree with you.
You are the opposite of a narcoleptic.
Whilst they're struggling to find a suitable dog for Alan, they're confident they've discovered a potential match for Emily, who's finally made it inside the rescue centre. But her cataplexy can be triggered by emotion, so walking through a room full of dogs, all looking for a new home, is difficult.
This one especially likes cuddles.
That's so cute.
Emily, who collapses up to 30 times a day, hopes a dog will wake her in the mornings, give prompts to take her medication, and give her independence by protecting her when she's out and about. This meeting could be life-changing for both Emily and her potential match, Poppy, if it goes well.
There needs to be a level of connection. We can't fake it. It's got to genuinely be the right thing for the dog and the owner. Here she is.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh. Good girl. Are you cuddly? Because I'm very cuddly. She says I am. I think you're definitely the one, aren't you? I love her.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
The beginning.
I've just been really looking forward to having a dog to look after me. Maybe go out more in public by myself.
It was exactly as I hoped it would go, and I could see Emily really beginning to feel how big this could be for her. It's just magic, really.
Look what you've done to me, Poppy.
Over 3 months, owner and dog will spend a fortnight bonding, and then a month training together at home, helped by Joe and Nando. Next, the dogs get up to 10 days intensive training at Joe and Nando's home. The scheme will end with a final assessment from the trainers, when the dogs will be tested on the skills they've learnt. Emily and Poppy are just beginning their journey together, but the trainers have struggled to find the right dog to cope with Alan's tics. However, they may have had a breakthrough. A black lab called Parker has just been readmitted at Batters's Windsor branch.
This is Parker. He's about a year old, and he came into us due to he wasn't getting on with the older dog.
Very focused. He's really nice and social as well, like super snappy.
Parker has had a traumatic time. He was given up by his original owner, and a recent rehoming attempt also failed.
Can we have a little look at him outside of his kennel?
But he's brainy and motivated, common traits of this breed, and he even shows signs of some basic training. Joe and Nando think he shows real potential, but they need to be sure he's got what it takes to cope with Alan's tics.
So do you want me to do a few erratic
Distraction
movements
stuff,
see?
and I'll give him loads and loads of treats. Good boy. Yes. Good boy.
Let's come over to investigate. Yeah. What's going on
what's
there?
the man doing?
I can see Parker and Alan making a great team because he's a bomb-proof dog. He doesn't get spooked easily.
That's a good boy.
He's really solid already. There's something really good about this dog.
What we've got to do now is just make sure that we get this first meeting right.
Are we going to meet your new daddy? Good.
Having been in and out of kennels for the last 3 months, it's crucial for Parker that the meeting goes well. And it's an important day for Alan too. Joe and Nando have run out of options, so if this match doesn't work, then Alan may not be able to take part in the project at all.
I'm anxious about having travelled all this way and the dog not taking to me.
He's good boys.
I can't wait to meet him. Just gotta really pray he's the right one.
You've got to give him the benefit of the doubt, okay? Because he's nice.
I'm getting a dog.
Hello.
Hiya.
I'm Joe.
Hi, I'm Alan.
This is Parker.
This is Parker. Hello, Parker. Parker.
Give him a treat.
What's it got? Oh, chickens. Good boy, Parker. Good boy.
He's very, very cuddly as well.
That's what I need, is a dog that really interacts and a dog that will allow me to cuddle it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be absolutely perfect for you. How do you feel about him? Do you feel like it's right?
Yeah, he's gorgeous.
Yeah, me too. Seeing you with him feels like the right thing.
Gorgeous. He's very calm.
He's just not fussed about your tics
No,
at
he's
all.
not reacting at all.
It was so important that today is a success. Like, I know that this dog is meant to be with this guy.
Good boy, Parker.
The first stage of the project is to bond, and with a 300-mile journey ahead of them, Alan and Parker have plenty of time to get to know each other.
He's bumped a few times, which leaves somewhat to be desired, but just open the window and forgive him for it, don't you?
And Alan breaks the journey with a stop in Sunderland to stretch their legs.
It's really nice seeing Parker getting to enjoy the beach. I don't think he's felt as free as he has this morning. It's just incredible watching him play. Just ecstasy, pure ecstasy.
What lies ahead are 3 hard months for Alan, but having to get out of bed and train Parker every day will give his life a new structure and purpose.
Hopefully this is the turning point of us both turning each other's lives around.
Yes, a good girl.
After 8 weeks in kennels, Poppy, the rescue dog stray, is about to spend what could be her first ever night in a real home.
What does it smell like?
Emily needs to spend the next couple of weeks bonding with Poppy. It's vital there's a strong connection between them before training can begin.
There we go. It's a good girl.
But Emily's first job is to get Poppy settled in.
Did the nasty rabbit startle you?
It seems Poppy's not that streetwise a stray after all. Mentor Jo Rosie needs to teach Poppy how to settle into her new home before Emily can get started teaching her tasks.
We need to teach her to hold her body in positions that are going to help her to relax. Just something she's not probably been able to do in her whole life. She's been a rescue dog, she's been on the streets.
Exactly,
She's just not learnt those sorts of postures.
Poppy is still on high alert, a programmed behaviour probably left over from her street dog days.
It's just the same as us. If we're standing bolt upright with our
Yeah.
shoulders down looking intently,
Yeah.
we're not relaxed. But if we go into a sitting position, it helps the body to relax. So when Poppy is in that down position, feed her in a way that's going to help her to pop.
Yeah.
There we go. And so she pops her hip like that. The more she does that, the more her brain is going to learn about those positions.
And
the
like
more,
them.
Yeah. It's self-soothing, it's calming her down.
Jo needs to channel Poppy's inquisitive and energetic behaviour into learning life-enhancing tasks with Emily.
We are brilliant at teaching our dog active things. We're not so good at teaching do nothing.
No.
And really it's the first and most important thing that we require any dog to do.
With Poppy seemingly more settled. Over the next few days,
Poppy, sit.
Jo Rosie cracks on with basic training.
Good girl. Sit. We can leave it for longer and longer and longer, and we can start to give her a release command. So we start to go, okay. Poppy, down, down.
But Emily's non-stop cataplexy collapses are making it almost impossible for Jo to show her the skills she needs to train Poppy.
It'll be a long process.
I think it's time for me to...
Training a dog is difficult for the vast majority of owners. My fear is that with all the stuff that's going on in Em's life, it could be too much for her.
Meanwhile, in Northumberland,
Yeah, it must be blissful being a dog, eh?
things are going 100 times better. And Alan's even given Parker a new name to signify the start of a new life for them both.
Come on, Duke.
And it appears Duke's former life has left him with a useful head start. He has a good understanding of basic commands.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Baldy.
So Nando's happy to start training him specific tasks.
He's looking really good, mate. He's looking focused on you.
And most important of all to Alan is to get Duke to help reduce the severity of his tics.
What I had was a tick explosion, just as if I'm cute. Was just doing that tick.
Okay.
You never know how long it's going to last. Duke can be trained to bring me out of a tick explosion, then it stops you getting to that severity where I need hospital intervention.
I reckon if he nudges himself inside,
yeah,
you'll be able to start hugging him, which will slowly reduce the effects of your tick.
Yeah.
First thing I think what we need to do is teach him what we want him to do. Yeah, so I'm a Marine. You're lucky you didn't get kissed then.
I'm ex-Navy, I'd like it.
So just hold your hands together, and then when he pushes you, you're going to mark it and then feed him.
Nando uses a technique called clicker training.
Good lad, well done. Very good. So you ready to have a go? Yeah. Come on, here we go, OK. Right, there we go.
Every time Duke nudges Alan, he's awarded a treat.
Nice.
It's marked simultaneously by the clicker, which tells Duke exactly what's earning him his prize.
Jesus, slow down.
He's all over it. This is good. Nice. Doing little 5-minute sessions will make the world of difference. Let's take a break there.
Duke, come here.
Good boy.
Nando also gets Duke started on his second task.
Now this is where the magic happens.
Waking Alan up to the alarm.
If he pulls the duvet off you, you're going to get up. First step is for him to actually bite it, like that. He's actually getting the idea very quickly.
Alan takes sedatives to help control his Tourette's, making it hard to wake up in the morning. And staying in bed only increases his sense of isolation.
Quite proud of him to sort of learn it so quickly, but then at the same time, at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, no, don't teach him this. Pulling the blanket off me, some Baltic freezing. This is my favourite part of the training.
Now Alan's been taught the basics of 2 tasks, he'll need to practice them with Duke every day for the next few weeks.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
Good boy.
You proud of him?
Yeah.
I'm proud of him. He's done really, really well. He's a very, very special dog.
Having Duke here is really exciting me, but it's also really scary at the same time. It's just hit me. I can't just be lazy. I have to do stuff. I have to be involved because there's another life depending on me now. Yeah, I'm terrified of the extra responsibility and not being able to give him everything he needs.
The responsibility of a dog is also sinking in for Emily.
Poppy! Leave it!
Over the coming weeks, despite daily contact with Joe,
Poppy.
Emily struggles to direct Poppy's huge amount of energy onto training.
Don't bite me. Don't bite me.
And the lack of stimulation means Poppy's behaviour gets out of control.
I'm gonna have Cataplexy. Can you make sure she doesn't bite me?
To make matters worse, Emily comes down with a virus that takes her completely out of action.
I've been in bed for like 7 days. Had to get friends to help me walk her. And it's got harder. I can't do all of this by myself because it's really hard. I feel so bad saying it because I love her so much.
Stop. Get back. Sweep, sweep.
Top UK trainers Joe Rosie Haffenden and Nando Brown are firm believers that rescue dogs can be trained to be life-changing support dogs.
Good. Target.
Inspired by American schemes that allow people with disabilities to train their own rescue dogs, they're keen to see if the same can be done here and have been working with Dogs Trust and Battersea to find the right dogs for the project. Now, halfway through a 3-month training programme, Joe and Nando are supposed to take the dogs for 10 days of intensive training.
Bobby, sit.
But Emily, who has narcolepsy, has reached breaking point.
No, come on.
If her dog Poppy doesn't engage with training soon, then the placement could be under threat.
You are mental.
Joe Rosie calls to have a make-or-break conversation with Emily about her future with Poppy.
The difficulty is that with a dog like Poppy, when she doesn't get the training, she becomes a problem. And I'm worried about whether or not she's the right dog for your life.
Despite all Poppy's challenges, Emily is firm in her views.
I had to sit without her.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Even with the barking, even with the...
No, I had like no purpose.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. I'm going to have her for 10 days, aren't I?
Yeah.
I think you need to think to yourself, is this right for me and is this right for Poppy? What'd she do? Ooh. That's not okay.
8 weeks in, and Poppy is yet to learn any of her allocated tasks, supporting Emily when she collapses, reminding her to take her medicine and getting her up in the morning. If Poppy's going to make the transition from rescue dog to support dog, everything rests on the next 10 days.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful girl.
So today I'm here to pick up Poppy and take her to boot camp. So she's going to come and stay with me and get some of these problems that Em's struggled with a bit sorted. I'll message you when I get back anyway to let you know we're back. And
Have a good journey.
We will. Bye, everybody.
You're gonna come back, genius. Sorry for the language.
Alan, who has Tourette's, is also getting his dog, Duke, ready for intensive training.
Oh boy.
It'll be the first time Alan's been home alone since Duke arrived 2 months ago.
Yeah, you want to missus? It's sort of a mix of emotions between anxiety of him going away, being away from me, but also excitement of what's he going to come back like. I'm really going to miss him. Good boy.
Duke will spend the next 10 days in a beautiful remote farmhouse in the Hertfordshire Hills, where Joe and Nando live, breathe and train dogs.
What's that? Yes, good boy.
Nando builds on the strong foundations Alan formed with Duke during the first 6 weeks of training, and is now teaching one of Duke's key tasks, fetching Alan's medication from the cupboard.
Oh, you dropped it. You don't get paid for that. Where is it?
Duke quickly picks up the basics of the exercise, so Nando moves on to finessing Duke's tick response, and finally teaching him to wake Alan to his alarm.
Good lad. Training with Duke has just been brilliant. It's been really, really good fun. However, to take it to the next step, Alan is going to have to really commit. I'm expecting big things from both him and Alan.
With Duke away training, it's become clear to Alan that his new friend has helped fill a void in his life.
I'm missing the companionship. I just really hate being home alone. I got used to living with my ex-wife. We were together nearly 6 years. So to go from that to trying to live by yourself has been a massive culture shock. Having Duke is hopefully going to make me even more sociable and get me out and about a lot more. That in itself will create me to be a happier person.
Back at Joe and Nando's, training has started with Poppy. Without the discipline of regular training, Poppy struggled to learn anything, let alone the most important task, responding when Emily collapses. But now that she's with Joe Rosie, she's already picked up 2 of her 3 tasks: responding with a wake-up call to Emily's alarm and searching out and retrieving medication.
Poppy is a stray, so she would have had to have really used her brain in order to survive. But that does make her a much harder dog to live with, because it's when she's not tired mentally that she starts developing frustration behaviours.
But training up her vital 3rd task, responding calmly to Emily's cataplexy, is harder than expected for playful Poppy.
It goes against everything that she's naturally inclined to do. Come on. We're far from the end of her training.
But it's not just Joe Rosie struggling with Poppy's residential training. In London, Emily's missing the benefits of having her around.
Yesterday, I didn't wake up until 3. So, yeah, missing her, you know, company and cute little face, but also missing her ensuring I stick to a good routine.
It's been a long 10 days for Alan without Duke. But now the moment's come for him to collect his companion.
Duke! He's missed you, look. You missed me?
Before they leave, Nando must run through what Duke has learned.
Come in, buddy.
Ha, anyone want a cheeky Nando's?
Yes.
While he's been on this, my moods have been up and down a lot more. So I'm looking forward to having him home again and getting back into level. Huh? Hey, good to go?
The responsibility to train Duke through the final phase of the programme now rests on Alan's shoulders, and Nando will return in 3 weeks to see if they've managed to master the tasks at home.
Would you like to give me ice cream? Tourette's on tour.
Today, Duke has been thrown in at the deep end.
Hey! Hey! Oh.
Alan has an annual trip to Scarborough with fellow Tourette's friends, and this time, Duke is coming too.
Hello there!
So how is it with your tick?
He doesn't bat an eyelid with me ticks at all. He just doesn't flinch. Look, there's a bus driver. Hiya! Hey, hi! Let's get fish and chips. Someone want to grab this burger before I drop it? By having Duke here, it's really helping me. The anxiety's massively lifted, and that helps settle the tics down and helps me be able to go about feeling a lot more confident with myself. Right, lads, who's got a hat we can put down? Hey!
In Hertfordshire, Poppy's 8 days into her 10-day stay with Joe.
Poppy.
And is still struggling to master her final task.
Poppy.
Lying down in a calm and reassuring way when Emily has a cataplexy attack.
The difficulty is when her hair touches Poppy or when she falls onto Poppy, Poppy gets really overstimulated and starts to mouth. And that's the reverse of what we want.
Poppy.
The more excited and frustrated she gets, the more she grabs at the hair, which can be really, really dangerous for Em.
Joe will not return Poppy to Emily unless she's certain she can perform this task safely. So if she can't iron out this issue, Poppy might be looking for a new owner.
Poppy.
I've definitely missed her. Do you think she's learned anything?
I hope so.
26-year-old former nurse Emily, who has narcolepsy and cataplexy, is on her way to trainer Joe Rose's with boyfriend Miller to pick up her dog Poppy.
Really missed like the little thing she does when she puts her ears back and she finds her hedgehog or the sock, puts it in her mouth and then wags her tail.
After an illness and setbacks with training, Poppy's boisterous behaviour became a problem, and she showed no sign of being able to learn the collapse support task needed by Emily. So Joe took her in for 10 days for one-on-one coaching.
Em struggled a lot, so taking her out and into a situation like this has been pivotal for her training.
Oh my God, are we here? Poppy's gonna be devastated to go back to London.
Who's that? Go on then. Someone pleased to see you.
Reunited with Poppy at last, Emily won't be able to take her home until Joe Rosie has shown her the incredible strides she's made with this once unruly rescue dog.
Good girl.
That was amazing.
So much better. So she will get there, it's just rehearsal.
She now has the vital groundwork for collapse support, and Joe Rosie has sorted the biting behaviour, making it safe, if not perfect.
It is kind of a relief that she has made this progress because it will make things easier.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad, because I was worried.
I know.
Let's go.
Pops, should we go home? Yes.
She's just in such a different place from where she was before I took Poppy. And it feels like that break has done her the world of good.
Good girl. Good girl.
She's got a really super dog there. And I think today she saw that. Probably for the first time.
Oh, sweetie.
Of course, it's one thing for Poppy to do this task with Joe Rosie in the Herefordshire hillside, but quite another on a busy street in London. So in the remaining days of the 3-month pilot to turn rescue dogs into disability helper dogs, the students are working hard at their tasks with local support on hand if needed. Alan and Duke are training at every opportunity to perfect their tasks. And over in North London...
Come on then, you know what to do.
Emily and Poppy have also been working every day.
Good girl.
12 weeks ago, these dogs were unloved, unwanted strays living in rescue centres. Duke, although not even a year old, had been given up twice. And Poppy was found malnourished and roaming the streets of Ireland. Emily often wouldn't go out on her own and collapsed up to 30 times a day. Alan was a recluse whose tics had got so bad that he'd been hospitalised. Today, trainers Joe Rosie and Nando are en route to find out if Poppy and Duke are rounded disability helper dogs or just well-trained pets.
How are you, buddy?
Oh, handshake like a girl there.
Hello, Duke.
Hello, beautiful dog.
So how's your training been going?
Yeah, pretty well. These difficult at times, but Duke is such an intelligent dog, he makes it so much easier.
She's been amazing, a lot calmer.
Yeah.
Things are starting to get automatic.
Duke's first task is to wake Alan up.
You joining me?
Not this time.
Alan's medication makes him drowsy, and he'll often hit the snooze button, so Duke needs to force him to get up and face the day.
Yes, good boy, Duke.
Very happy with that. Well done, mate.
I've got 5 more minutes, I've got 5 more minutes, and he's there going, no, you don't.
Fantastic.
Emily's narcolepsy means that she also struggles to get out of bed. She wants to stay in touch with the real world, so Poppy needs to make sure she wakes up when the alarm goes off.
Good girl.
She's got it.
She heard it and went...
Let's see you do your magic.
Duke, go again. Go again.
Duke's next test is to fetch Alan's medication from inside the cupboard when he hears an alarm. As Alan often forgets to take the tablets that help control his condition, Duke's assistance could change that.
Good boy.
Good boy, Duke.
Fantastic.
Good boy.
That's exactly what I'm after.
Duke.
Well done. What a good lad.
Poppy must also retrieve medication, but she's learnt to find it too. Emily takes 6 types of pills through the course of a day, so a reminder from Poppy could be invaluable.
And straight to hands as well.
Yeah, that was really nice.
You're smarty pants.
Duke's final task is the most important for Alan. His uncontrollable physical tics can happen over 100 times a day, so Duke's support could change his life.
Yeah, it's been going well. He does better when it's a natural tick than
When you're training?
When it's training, yeah.
Which is great. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
We want him to start picking out the real ones. Have a little go and we'll see if he does it out of practice. Good boy.
Good boy.
Brilliant. He's a clever little man.
When he turns on and does exactly what you need him to do in the real life situation, it just has a massive effect on my mental well-being.
I'm really, really chuffed. Well done, man. And he loves you as well, look.
Poppy's final and most important task is to support Emily out on the streets when she collapses with cataplexy. 3 months ago, Poppy was a boisterous, untrained rescue dog who showed little sign of being able to help Emily venture out alone.
You are mental.
Although today, her collapses are happening less often, Emily still needs the security of a well-trained dog to help her face the world beyond her flat.
So can we see it?
Yeah.
Good girl, Poppy.
Good girl.
That was amazing.
The difference between when she arrived to how she is now is unbelievable.
And it's brilliant because no matter what happens, people coming out their doors, cars coming past, birds, she's down. She's not going anywhere.
She's amazing.
Good girl. Yeah, she's really amazing. I'm so pleased. Proud of you.
Yeah.
To make a big difference.
Huge. Yeah, already completely changed how I feel about going outside.
Amazing.
Duke is now an established helper dog, performing tasks that will change Alan's life. A far cry from the life of rejection that had him in and out of the doghouse. And 3 months ago, Poppy was a dog with no future. Now, with her sharp mind focused, she's passed the test with flying colours, and her support will change Emily's life.
It's mental to think that a dog with all the potential that Duke's got and somebody put him into a rescue home, and then what's even more mental is the fact that he stayed in that rescue home for so long. I can't believe he wasn't snapped up right at the beginning.
I feel super proud when I think back to when Poppy first came into the house. She had no idea what a home was. But I think she's really special. She's a really special dog. It's been a hell of a few months.
The future looks really bright because I think Alan has been bitten by the dog training bug. He's going to do more stuff with Duke, and it's just going to have a spiral effect. They're going to just keep going up, up and up. I'm very, very happy.
I think Pops and Em are going to be incredibly happy together now. Poppy's helped her remember who she is. They're perfect together. It's lovely.
Pops.
You're going to be great. Poppy's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
Good boy.
Now braving the world again with their rescue dogs by their side, Alan and Emily have a newfound confidence.
Yeah! Poppy, let's go.
Which today they're testing to the limits.
Yeah, that's it.
Poppy has made me feel a lot more reassured. Getting outdoors, meeting new people, I don't actually feel like it's a big deal. I am more positive.
We're going to Poppy's place, right?
Juke, come on.
Come on, Juke.
Duke's given me the confidence to come along and do this.
Good boy, Juke, good boy.
He's opening up new doorways and just made me so much more of a positive person. I really feel like I'm starting to turn my life around.
She's given me a bit of an identity again. This is just the start. I'm much more excited about the possibilities of the future.
Good girl. Good girl.
Doogie, 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 doogie.
This is a relationship that can keep on progressing. Who knows how far we'll be able to take it.